Oxford. Just the name sounds like an invitation, doesn't it? It conjures images of dreaming spires, ancient libraries with the smell of old books, and cobbled streets echoing with history. But Oxford is more than just a pretty face. It's a living, breathing city full of energy, creativity, and dare I say, a touch of magic. Come with me then, as we delve into the heart of this extraordinary place. We'll wander through the hallowed halls of its university, get lost in the stacks of its world-famous library, and marvel at the treasures housed within its museums. We'll discover hidden alleyways and charming pubs and perhaps even bump into a dawn or two along the way. Oxford is a place where the past and present collide in the most delightful of ways, creating an atmosphere that is both stimulating and enchanting. So, are you ready to explore? Let's begin, shall we? You can't talk about Oxford without talking about its university. Founded way back in the 12th century, Oxford University is actually a collection of 38 different colleges, each with its own unique character and history. Imagine walking through ancient quads, the grass worn smooth by centuries of students lost in thought. Picture yourself stepping into grand dining halls, their walls adorned with portraits of famous alumni, the air thick with the weight of tradition. Did you know that Christ Church College was used as a filming location for the Harry Potter movies? Or that the Sheldonian Theatre, with its distinctive circular design, has hosted countless graduation ceremonies over the centuries? The university is a constant reminder of Oxford's rich intellectual heritage, a place where some of the greatest minds in history have walked and talked and debated. It's a place that inspires, challenges, and leaves you wanting to learn more. Step inside the Bodleian Library and you'll feel like you've entered a time capsule. The air is thick with the smell of old paper and leather, the shelves groaning under the weight of millions upon millions of books. It's a bibliophile's dream, a labyrinthine world of knowledge waiting to be explored. Founded in 1602, the Bodleian is one of the oldest libraries in Europe, and its collection is nothing short of astonishing. It holds a copy of every book ever published in Britain, along with countless manuscripts, maps, and other treasures. Imagine holding a first edition of Shakespeare's plays, or gazing upon an original manuscript by Isaac Newton. In the Bodleian, it's all possible. But the Bodleian isn't just a repository of old books. It's a living, breathing library, with students and scholars from all over the world coming to study and research. Whatever you do, a visit to the Bodleian is an unforgettable experience. Of all Oxford's colleges, Christ Church is perhaps the most famous. Founded in 1546 by King Henry VIII, yes, that Henry VIII, Christ Church is a masterpiece of Tudor architecture with its grand buildings, sprawling lawns, and impressive dining hall. But Christ Church's fame extends far beyond its architectural merits. It's also one of the key filming locations for the Harry Potter movies. Remember that iconic scene where Harry and his friends first arrive at Hogwarts and walk into that grand dining hall? That's Christ Church. Walking through the college, it's easy to see why the filmmakers chose this location. It has a certain magic, a certain grandeur, that's hard to find elsewhere. You can almost imagine Harry and Ron dashing across the quad, robes billowing behind them, late for potions class. But Christ Church is more than just a movie set. It's a place steeped in history, having educated countless prime ministers, poets, and philosophers over the centuries. No trip to Oxford would be complete without a visit to the Ashmolean Museum. Founded in 1683, it's Britain's oldest public museum and home to an eclectic collection of art and artifacts from around the world. Step inside, and you'll be greeted by a dazzling array of exhibits from Egyptian mummies to Renaissance paintings, from ancient Greek sculptures to modern art installations. Marvel at the intricate details of a 3,000-year-old Egyptian sarcophagus. Stand in awe before Michelangelo's unfinished masterpiece, The Drunken Silenus. Lose yourself in the vibrant colors of a Turner landscape. The Ashmolean is a feast for the senses, a journey through time and across cultures. So what are you waiting for? Step inside and discover the treasures that await. If you want to experience Oxford like a true local, then grab a punt and take to the River Cherwell. Punting, for the uninitiated, involves propelling a long, flat-bottomed boat using a long pole. It looks easy enough, but be warned, it's harder than it looks. But don't worry if you end up going in circles or backwards. Half the fun of punting is the sheer absurdity of it all. The Cherwell winds its way through the heart of Oxford, offering idyllic views of the university's colleges and gardens. As you glide along the river, the gentle lapping of the water against the punt, the sounds of laughter and conversation drifting across from other boats, you'll understand why punting is such a cherished Oxford tradition. Just be sure to wear comfortable shoes and bring a hat. The sun can be surprisingly strong even on a cloudy day. Step into Oxford's covered market and you'll be greeted by a riot of colors, smells and sounds. This historic market, housed in a beautiful Victorian building, is a true feast for the senses. Wander through the narrow aisles, and you'll find an eclectic mix of stalls selling everything from fresh produce and artisan cheeses to handmade jewelry and vintage clothing. Be sure to stop by the market's many food stalls where you can sample everything from traditional British fare to exotic international cuisine. Grab a hearty pie from Pie Minister, indulge in some locally made fudge from the Oxford Fudge Kitchen, or treat yourself to a steaming cup of coffee from Columbia Coffee Roasters. The Covered Market is a true Oxford institution, a place where locals and tourists alike come to shop, eat, and soak up the atmosphere. It's a vibrant reminder of the city's rich history and its thriving present. Section 8: Oxford's Literary Legacy, from Tolkien to Lewis. Oxford has always been a city of words. It's a place where stories are born, where ideas are debated, and where great literary minds have gathered for centuries. From J.R.R. Tolkien, creator of the fantastical world of Middle-earth, to C.S. Lewis, author of the beloved Chronicles of Narnia, Oxford has nurtured some of the most influential writers of our time. Imagine walking through the same streets that inspired these literary giants, perhaps even ducking into the same pubs where they once gathered to share stories and ideas. You might even stumble across a plaque commemorating their time in the city, a tangible reminder of their enduring legacy. Visit the Eagle and Child Pub, once a favorite haunt of Tolkien and his fellow Inklings, a group of Oxford writers who met regularly to discuss their work. Explore the Bodleian Library, where Lewis spent countless hours researching and writing, or simply wander through the city's historic streets, allowing yourself to be swept away by the spirit of its literary past. Oxford's literary legacy is all around you, woven into the very fabric of the city. You can feel it in the air you breathe, hear it in the whispers of the wind, see it in the weathered stones of its ancient buildings. Section 9: A City of Innovation, from Cars to Vaccines. Oxford might be best known for its university and its history, but it's also a city at the forefront of innovation. From the development of the first mass-produced car to groundbreaking research in medicine and technology, Oxford has a long and proud tradition of pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Learn about the pioneering work of Oxford scientists who helped develop the first vaccine for penicillin-resistant meningitis. Or explore the latest advancements in artificial intelligence and robotics at the Oxford Robotics Institute. Oxford's spirit of innovation is contagious, a palpable energy that permeates the city. So while you're exploring Oxford's historic streets and admiring its dreaming spires, remember that you're also walking through a city at the cutting edge of human progress. Section 10: Oxford After Dark, Pubs, Theaters and Music. As the sun sets over Oxford, the city takes on a different kind of magic. The crowds thin out, the streetlights flicker to life, and a sense of anticipation fills the air. Oxford After Dark is a city of hidden corners, vibrant nightlife, and unexpected encounters. Duck into one of Oxford's many historic pubs, each with its own unique character and clientele. Enjoy a pint of local ale in the cozy confines of the Turf Tavern, a favorite haunt of students and professors alike. Listen to live music at the Jericho Tavern, a legendary venue that has hosted everyone from Radiohead to Supergrass. Whether you're looking for a lively night out or a more intimate experience, Oxford After Dark has something to offer everyone. Section 11: Oxford, a place to fall in love with. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of Oxford, a city that has captivated hearts and minds for centuries. We've explored its history, delved into its culture, and discovered its hidden gems. But Oxford is more than just a collection of sights and experiences. It's a feeling, an atmosphere, a state of mind. It's the feeling of walking through ancient quads, the sun dappling through the leaves of centuries-old trees. It's the thrill of discovering a hidden bookshop, its shelves overflowing with literary treasures. It's the satisfaction of a pint well-earned after a long day of exploring. Oxford is a city that stays with you long after you've left. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, book your tickets, and discover the magic of Oxford for yourself.